The following show contains views and opinions that may not be suitable for all audiences. Audience discretion is advised.
Welcome to Constructive Deconstruction, everybody. Holy shit, has it been a couple of months.
Yes.
Oh my god. I mean, it was like with Holly's computer problems for a while.
Yeah.
And then Gonzo, you said you were what, out of town or something?
Well, I've also got a job now. I got a new job working at a restaurant that takes up most of my time on the days that we would want to record. So there was that, and then yes, I was out of town for 3 weeks traveling through California with some friends, and then I also went to MagFest too.
Yes, I am jealous of the both of you. God damn it. I wanted to go. Money said no.
I'm sorry, man, but like for the first time in my life, money and timing was impeccable, and this is like the first time in 5 years that I was actually able to go. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm really not that sorry.
Nah, don't be sorry. You shouldn't be sorry anyway.
Yeah.
It was a blast. I know Holly told a couple of stories on Thespian Talk this week. Did you have anything particular you want to share before we get into what we're going to go over this week? Because it's like,
Oh my God.
Time, you were like singing its praises and everything. And
Holy crap, yeah. I mean, I just truly underestimated the amount of stuff there is to do at that place. I mean, just the arcade alone will keep you occupied for the whole weekend if you let it, yeah. Geez, I don't know. I mean, I met a lot of people. I met JonTron. I met Takahata 101 from Team 4-Star. I met Brattlefloss, which is one of the coolest parts of my experience because he just like immediately pulled me in for a hug. Although honestly, I think probably one of the coolest experiences was on all 3 days I was there. I ran into Brad Jones, the cinema snob, under different circumstances. And the last day I was there, I actually had lunch with him and a couple other people. So that was pretty amazing. I I can't say that I expected that to happen when I showed up in Maryland on Friday.
Yeah. I'm sorry I missed it, but money's is like, grrr.
Yes.
For all my workings or trying to work even because I've been, for my own part, I've been trying to find myself a day job to get a little bit more income coming in, upgrade the stuff and everything. It's just been a pain.
Yeah.
Oh well. But the thing about this kind of stuff that we do, the podcast, the videos, and everything, a lot of us, most of the time, at least especially in my experience, we have to put out our own advertising. We basically have to put ourselves out there, post everywhere, and I'm a bit afraid of doing it on the most part because I don't want to come off as too spammy. So that's the thing. Now, why am I bringing up advertising? Well, as of this recording, the Super Bowl has come and gone, and as we know, the Super Bowl, they have all of the biggest names advertising things, pulling out all the stops and everything. Like, I'm remembering years past where it was like two guys, I think it was a Kit Kat commercial or something. They had an almost kiss or an accidental kiss or something, and that got controversy flared up because, oh my God, two guys kissing on TV where kids could watch. And then there was like the Janet Jackson nip slip from however the hell long ago it was.
That was like 2003 or something.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, over 10 years.
Jeez. 12 years ago. What the hell?
I know, right? It's like, wow. And then this year we get Katy Perry with sharks, apparently. I didn't watch the halftime show. I just got like glimpses of it. Like, there were comparisons to her with like the sharks, and of course the Pokemon fandom got a hold of some of it because so you got sharks instead of sharks be like Sharpedos or whatever, and then you have I think it was one of her outfits was like all like the flames and everything being compared to like Bam Bam Bigelow and fucking Magmortar from one of the Pokemon. It's like, holy shit! It's just all over the place, but say what you will, whether you like this halftime show or not. I'm personally indifferent. Okay, whatever. Oh lordy, I found at least three Super Bowl advertisements that we're going to talk about, and then of course odds are we'll likely go into deeper discussions beyond just the Super Bowl ads when it comes to advertising. But yeah, I'm debating which of the three I'm looking at because I've got three Super Bowl links, all from HollywoodReporter.com, by the way. Just so you guys know where to go and look and everything.
Yeah.
Um, I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna start with the one that pretty much everybody was talking about, like within seconds after the commercial aired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God damn it, Nationwide! What the hell, guys?
I don't know. I actually did not watch the Super Bowl this year. It just didn't really like. I just didn't for whatever reason. But I just kept like tuning into like my Twitter or Facebook feeds. This just blew up. I mean, like I paid no attention to the Super Bowl or really any of the ads, but this kept filtering in, and I was just like, what is going on? And then like, yeah, it was yesterday. I actually just checked it out for the first time, and what happened to Super Bowl commercials?
Yeah, I will admit, this is the first, one of the few times I've actually paid attention to commercials, especially Super Bowl commercials in the past couple of years, that I can rightly remember. Usually it's like, okay, Super Bowl commercial, okay, that was kind of cute, meh. What happened to the days of, well, why, sir? What happened to
Hmm.
those days? Uh, but,
Yeah, or just like I don't even really know. It's just why bring dead kids into the Super Bowl?
I
yeah,
don't know.
I mean, what are you gonna do with a dead kid at a Super Bowl anyway? I mean,
And the
Sell
thing was,
insurance.
like, right, it didn't even present a good message because their whole thing is that it's promoting the website and I guess an app that will help you make safety changes around your house to prevent accidents. But what it actually came across as is this is an insurance commercial. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, yeah, but having insurance doesn't prevent accidents. That just means if your kid dies, somebody will pay you for it.
right.
yeah.
Your kid's gonna kill himself in some stupid way anyhow, so buy our insurance, and then you're covered.
You're a
Yeah,
you're a shitty parent who doesn't take care of your child.
just
You got
damn.
Nationwide on your side.
Yeah, Nationwide, the best insurance company for shitty parenting.
Mm.
Oh, so for those who want, you know, a little bit of a more in depth, because you know we've touched on it, we've got the basics there. You know, the ad talk was about a boy talking about all the things he'll never get to enjoy because he's dead. Like, I'll never get to enjoy high school. I'll never get married or what have you. And of course, that took off too. Now people are parodying that all over the place. And and what's really funny, Becky and I were talking about it with a couple of friends last night, and every time that particular hashtag came up, I think it was like an at midnight hashtag war or something because I died. And every time she saw that, she's like, she was setting it to the tune of because I got high. Like like I could have had my own car, but then I got died, or something like that. I'm yes, I fucked up English just to try and keep it in
But then
tune
I
there.
got died.
Yes, but then I got died.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Sell that one to Afroman.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like I can see part of the point, I guess, what they're trying to get. They do want safety and everything, but at the same time, you're selling something that only takes effect when something bad happens.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just no, you don't
And it
do
just
that.
and it just seems like the whole dead kids thing is just a really cynical and manipulative plot to just like get those parents, you know, who are watching the Super Bowl with their kids, or maybe even like get the kids to be like, "Mommy, am I gonna die?" It's just like, no, no, we're gonna get Nationwide, honey. You'll be okay. But Nationwide killed the kids, didn't they?
Oh no. Oh yes, little Timmy. Nationwide did kill those kids.
The really weird part for me was then seeing people on Facebook talk about it, and they're like, oh, what really pisses me off wasn't just the commercial, but the fact that so many people were like, oh, this commercial was such a downer for me. Which then went on to say because they don't know what it's like to have lost a child every minute of every day. And I was like, right, they don't, but the point is they sympathize with you and they don't want to feel like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can't you just be a little bit more and I hate to say that because I can't even imagine what it's like to lose a child.
Yeah.
But it's like, for one brief second, all of these people knew what you felt like.
Yeah.
And you're not taking that as thank God somebody understands me.
That's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
That is weird. But some feelings are irrational. So that's what I take it as. It seems relatively harmless, and I guess I can I don't know if I can understand it or see it, but I just know that them taking this path in and of itself. Well, now if they're gonna start, have they started going out and
It was
harassing
just,
people over it, or are they just bitching about it?
I mean, people wrote articles about it and stuff,
Okay.
but I was like,
It's
it's just difficult for me to be like, so you're not mad at Nationwide, you're upset that people finally understand how you feel?
yeah, that is a weird thing. Very weird.
I
Yeah.
was like, if you're gonna be mad, you should probably just be mad at everyone.
Yeah. Just why not? Hey, some people make a career off of it. Some people did very well for themselves, hating everyone and everything. So why not do that? Uh, but
Well, I'm not saying like you have to hate everyone and everything, but it's like the advertising was effective in what it was intending to do.
yeah,
And instead of being upset with the people who created the advertising, you're upset with the people who had the feelings that they weren't meant to feel.
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I don't get that.
yeah. And you know what? The feelings that the people who have lost kids, they weren't supposed to feel those feelings either, because they should not have lost their kids. And I'm not saying that as in they fucked up or whatever. It's just the circumstance in general.
Mhm.
Kids. No parent should have to go through that. None of them. So in that sense, it is a feeling that they should not have had. Unfortunately, they do
Yeah.
have it. So no. And watch, I get hate mail or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I fully expect to get some hate over. But well, you don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
How dare you be angry at these people for having feelings? Like I'm not angry at them. I just don't understand
Right.
how it's not more of a relief to them to have somebody understand how you feel.
Yeah. Solidarity. Solidarity is a good thing. Just remember that, folks. So on our list of Super Bowl ads, keeping with the theme of children a little bit, or at least in the terms of how it looks, there's another one. There is a who was it? Where was it from? Was it from? No, no, no. I don't think it's. I think it's just a general Super Bowl thing. I don't think it's any one company. But no, the Always Like a Girl commercial that aired during the Super Bowl was meant to empower young girls by inspiring people to use the phrase like a girl positively rather than as an insult. And I can get behind that.
Hmm.
So, but of course, our friends, the people who are making my fashion sense look really, really horrible.
They're not our friends.
No.
No.
Let's not even pretend they're our friends.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Take that word friends that I used for these guys. Put giant quotation marks the size of New York City around them. There you
Fair
go.
enough.
All right. But
God.
so some men on the internet were very offended by the female empowerment commercial and the subsequent hashtag like a girl. Uh, they said that in order for there to be gender equality, there should also be like a boy a like a boy commercial, despite the fact that like a boy is not traditionally used as an insult. Well, that depends on where you are. They expressed their outrage on Twitter, and as the hashtag like a boy gained steam, people began using the trend to defend the Always ad and criticize the meninists who hated it. I hate that term meninist.
I do too. It's so
I,
dumb.
It's like,
I
no. You
actually saw somebody like a post on Tumblr of guys who are wearing like the Meninist T-shirts, and
Oh my god.
and then like the captions were all saying like, "Thank God that somebody made these shirts because now I can know who to never speak to again."
There you go. That is one kind of thing you never want to cosplay at a convention.
Oh,
Just no. You don't want to do that.
nope.
Uh,
No bueno.
and and I can see I want to say linguistically, I can see where the word would come from because feminist is more focused on female, more
Right, but that's because feminine is a word.
yeah. Feminine
Meninin
Masculine
is not a
is
word.
not a word.
It is not a word in the language.
Masculine, you can go there.
Yeah. Do
You
a
want to be
10-hour
masculinists?
A
Yeah,
masculist, yes.
yeah. Do it's reminding me of something Tim Allen wrote in his like first book when he released it like mid '90s or whatever. He had a whole chapter on masculinism where he said, okay, feminism, and it celebrates feminine traits, the female. Masculinism just celebrates the male, and that's really, in that sense, it's really that simple. I mean, nowadays, and of course, even back then, it's obviously a lot more complicated. But at the bare bones of it, there you go. So, guys, there's already a thing for the male traits that we are so worried about being buried under everything else, even though it is the big basic norm of the goddamn country right now. We've already got a word for it. You don't need to make up a new one. Although, hey. Oh. And of course, they did some choice tweets from the previous one too, but those other ones are basically the ones that we agree with. But this one, the Like a Boy commercial, people that the people that want the Like a Boy commercial, wow, they have some choice tweets, such as, can we get hashtag Like a Boy commercial too, please? Or what about Like a Boy? And the commercial was made by a girl. Boys are better than girls. Hashtag like a boy. Let's see. Every time someone says I did it like a boy, I get extremely hurt. Hashtag like a boy. Hashtag meninist. Did you grow up around my uncle? Because that's actually something. It clicked in my head after we had went over the whole like a boy thing at the first part where nobody says you hit like a boy or whatever. My uncle did that with his daughters. Growing up, and I'm like,
Telling them they hit like a boy?
yeah, or cry like a little boy,
as an insult?
something like that. I don't know if he truly meant it as an insult, but it's definitely a subversion of what you normally would hear, and I'm like, okay, but because I want to say what he was going for at the time. He wanted his girls, be strong in themselves, grow up, be a little stronger. Whether it worked or not, I don't know.
Right, but like my dad was like that too, except for he called us boys. It was, if he thought that we were, being ridiculous or silly, it was, what do you think you are, a princess?
Yeah. It's like, no,
So, I mean, and I only have, growing up, I only had sisters.
right.
So it was like, yeah, no, anything like a girl was bad. You were supposed to be like a boy.
Yeah, there's so much on just those two terms, especially like a girl, like a boy, and all of these people, all of these, I hate the word, but I'm gonna use it, meninists. I'm shuddering and my organs are liquefying at this point. All of these meninists are going, well, what about me? Fuck you, it's not about you. It just isn't.
And I was really thinking about just some of the things that straight white men get so butthurt about, like, getting taken away from them, just in the name of, of equal representation, which is important because there's more than just straight white men in this world.
Yeah.
Well, I love that the commercial was apparently so obscure in its actual message that guys are like, can we have a like a boy commercial, please? Do you understand that this is advertising feminine hygiene products? But that's what always is. They sell pads. They sell menstrual pads. Do you really want like a boy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, with some boys, it could be understanding. They could have anal leakage. They may want something.
Yeah, because they're so butthurt.
There you go.
But I'm just like, wow. So you're so about meninism that you're upset that there aren't commercials for feminine hygiene products for men.
Yeah. It's like, guys, do you even homework? I mean,
Trojan, get on that one.
Yeah, and I will admit, I grabbed the link. I scanned over it a little bit. I didn't quite get what the product was until we started doing it here. I will admit that. And now that I know, it's a lot more hilarious. Because bear in mind, what I saw here was just a bunch of men whining. That's what
Well,
I
but
saw.
again, it's poor advertising. It's
Yeah.
companies using the Super Bowl commercial as a platform for something that is largely not related to their product, which is great to send a message, but if people don't know what your company does or what the message is supposed to be, then it sort of gets lost.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
And I think I'm
Like
sitting here as living proof of that. It's like I had no idea what the fuck they were advertising. I just saw, okay, feminist message, equality type message. Okay, good. The whiny feminists are whining. Okay, we can make fun of that. And then now I know what the product is. I didn't know just based on the thing before. So I guess I'm kind of living proof of that. They
I
failed
love
at
this.
advertising, but they succeeded at getting a message across, I guess.
Yeah. I just love this. Wonder the Psychic tweeted, seconds after Like a Girl started trending, someone created Like a Boy because masculinity needs constant reassurance and attention.
Yeah.
I think that about sums it up.
Yes. Oh.
Anything that is not explicitly aimed at men or, features them or whatever, it's going to just be like, but, what about us?
Yeah, hashtag not all men. Hashtag not
Hashtag.
all fuckers. Ah. Oh, lordy. And there are other ones that likewise have taken the tag, and of course they're making fun of it. Oh, of
Mm.
course they're making fun of them because it's just they're being stupid little shits, and they
They're
need to be made
being
fun of.
boys.
Yes, very much so.
Like a boy.
Oh, I do like this other one though. Hashtag like a boy is proof that a man's ego is so fragile that when we try to encourage young girls to be confident, it intensely bothers them. Guys, it should not bother you if a woman is confident. Confidence is sexy.
Seriously.
It's like, holy shit. Maybe, and it's like, I guess that's why I like a lot of the women that I do, because they're like, holy shit, they are confident, they know what the fuck they want, they're going for it. Yes, ma'am. Ugh.
Remember that one social experiment that this woman did on like Tinder or something, where she, um, just put up her profile and then like a bunch of guys commented and say like, "Hey, you look pretty sexy. You look pretty hot," and she's just like, "Yeah, I know it." And then they're just like, uh, you're not actually that hot. You're kind of ugly." And
Wow.
yeah, and it's like I don't even know where I was going with that.
Uh,
I don't know, but I'd love to see somebody act on Tinder to men like men act to women on Tinder.
there you go. And you know what? If I swung that way, I probably would do it, because I actually have Tinder. But I don't swing that way, unfortunately, so I couldn't do it. Although I do have a friend in the area that's on Tinder. I might see if she'd be up for it. Hmm.
Becky, don't listen to this podcast past this point.
Oh
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Oops.
Oh no, she knows and she's fine. She's fine. uh, but yeah, so we have one other one that I pulled from the Hollywood Reporter, and we're going into religion, or what is supposed to be a religion. Apparently, it's legally a religion. I don't know anymore.
Any organization that talks about how we're descended from a race of aliens that gathered up aliens and then threw them into volcanoes, then collected their souls and then implanted them on us. I don't think you can call yourself anything but a religion at that point
Yeah,
when
that's
that's
pretty
when
true.
that's the message you're preaching. So, yeah.
Yeah. So of course excuse me, the Church of Burp? No. The Church of Scientology, however, they had a Super Bowl ad in light of ongoing controversy over a Sundance documentary centered on the religion. The ad features a voiceover accompanied by quick clips of footage including a person hiking, a DNA strand, and the close-up of an eye. Oh. And pretty soon Kyle Calgren will review that commercial, apparently. Sounds like it'd be up his alley. Not because of the religion, because of the what they're doing with it. Just, I want to be clear. We live in an age of searching to find solutions, to find ourselves, to find the truth, the announcer says in the ad. Now imagine an age in which the predictability of science and the wisdom of religion combined. Welcome to the age of answers. Yeah, except, Scientology is not the best. Even in terms of religion, Scientology is not even the best. It's like, and it's like you have religions. They get you to give 10% to the church or whatever, and they get money from you that way, and you don't have to pay to be a believer or even go to their church or even associate with them, for as far as I know. But Scientology and
this whole commercial is hilarious to me because it's all like, oh, we're so scientific and we bring the scientific and the spiritual together, says the group of people who think psychology is not a thing.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh, we are so accepting of everything, of all religions, of all walks of science, but you want to get an examination, you want to get your head shrunk. Well, that's evil. That's wrong. That's against what we believe.
Yeah.
Don't examine what's in your head. Just take vitamins.
Take vitamins. Take vitamins. Hold on to a couple of dildos and let them electroshock you for a little bit. Or do they still do that? I don't know.
When I went to the L. Ron Hubbard Museum in 2005, they were still doing e-readers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I ended up going there. I am not a Scientologist, I promise you, but me and my folks ended up in the L. Ron Hubbard Museum in Hollywood, and we went on the tour. Just because.
Because why not? Hey, knowledge is power.
It was something to do, and it kept us out of the rain, and it was truly amazing.
Yeah. Oh. So, yeah, God, Scientology. That could be almost a whole show on Scientology itself. Oh, dear.
Yeah. I had no idea that they actually had Super Bowl ads for the past few years. That's kind of amazing. I mean, I would imagine they'd have the money. I mean, they hold on to their money and stuff it in their mattresses, but
yeah,
at least I'm assuming.
A lot of their money do come from all these celebrities that they have in Scientology too.
And just everybody that they're bilking out of money too.
Yeah, which it's like, who is it? Who do we know loves what? Tom Cruise, John Travolta, just Kirstie Alley, I think.
Kirstie Alley, oh god, Chick Corea, Beck. Yeah. Oh god. I think Jerry Seinfeld was a member, but now he's not, except it's kind of dubious as to whether or not he is, because he's not that, he's not vocal about it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know why you would do this. And the thing is, from what I'm understanding and what I've read and heard, this whole thing was started by L. Ron Hubbard on a bet. It's like, he and a bunch of other science fiction writers sat around and they're like, you know what, I bet you this, you can't start a religion and get it up and going and everything. And L. Ron Hubbard is like, you know what, I'll fucking do it. And he did.
Yes. The same tactic that got Hal Warren to make Manos the Hands of Fate.
There you go.
Mm.
Oh, dear. But yeah, there's apparently a documentary, Going Clear, Scientology and the Prison of Belief, that debuted recently at the Sundance Film Festival. And so, of course, the church has launched a Twitter account to discredit the film, which focuses on Hollywood's connection to the faith. I have not seen this film. I kind of want to see it because I'm curious, but...
Well, I guess it's directed by Alex Gibney, so that's reason enough to go see it.
There you go.
I mean, yeah, Enron, Smartest Guys in the Room, Taxi to the Dark Side, and Gonzo, the documentary on Hunter S. Thompson.
Ooh. All of which sound really, really interesting. We should go see. Oh, lordy. And that's all this. What other Super Bowl things have I missed out on? I only grabbed the 3, but.
Oh my God, the Budweiser commercial. We're proudly a macro beer.
Oh God, yes, that one. Oh my God.
We're totally secure in our position as shitty beer that people drink to get wasted.
Yeah. We aren't compensating for anything at all, really.
No. Please, we're not worried. We're Budweiser. We're doing great. We have so much.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they're making fun of a beer that is made by a brewery that they own.
It would be like, oh God, it would
how shitty do those people feel? First their company got bought out by Budweiser, and now Budweiser's making fun of them.
Oh God, it would be like getting knocked down and then having your balls stomped on.
Oh my God, I love you posted the link to Facebook and then Brad Jones commented.
That's
You know,
like
even
my
if someone
favorite comment of all time.
I know it. You know,
Yes.
even if someone doesn't like craft beer, I'd hope that they at least have the decency to pick something better than Bud Light. That's like saying, I don't like steak, so I'm gonna eat shit.
Yeah. So sure, why not? You know, even though there's like millions of other things out there. Oh
Oh yeah.
lordy, 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 lordy. Oh.
But yeah, and that article had some really good points. It's like they go on about how they're beechwood aged, and it's like, but you spent this whole commercial talking about like, oh, those snobby craft beer people, and
Yeah,
who
that put
cares about all that
time
frou-frou
and
stuff.
effort and love into
Yeah,
their craft.
then why should anyone give a fuck that you're beechwood aged? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Like it's beer. You know.
Brewed the hard way.
Oh God.
Right. What's the hard way?
That's what I want to know.
Gigantic fucking factories that,
Yeah, that mass-produced, like, cheap, fucking
that's
watered-down shit piss water.
that's so difficult to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those craft brewers, man, they got it easy making, single batch at a time and,
I just love this going in the ad too. In fact, Anheuser is so non-threatened by craft beer that it saw fit to spend $9 million on a 60-second Super Bowl ad just to make sure you were aware of that fact.
Wow. Oh God, that would.
like I don't even understand what the point of that ad was.
Are we do beer. Our beer is better. You know, are you a pretentious cocksucker? No, drink our beer. I don't. That's my guess. Ah, wow. Just holy shit. Oh,
Brewed to be fussed over. Oh my
geez.
God.
No, it's certainly not.
No.
All
I
right,
don't
guys.
even know that it's really brewed to be drunk either. So,
All right, guys, hear me out. So what if right after, this is a quote from the article, by the way. So what if right after we say it's not to be fussed over, we immediately trumpet the fact that it's beechwood aged, something that roughly 1% of our target demographic understands. It'll be great, not sound fussy at all.
Yeah. Just.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
That's hilarious. Yeah.
that is. Oh God. Oh, so we've got the Budweiser, we got the Scientology, we got like the whiny man babies, and we have the Nationwide.
Invisible Mindy Kaling.
And
That was a great commercial.
okay, I did not see this one. Tell me about it.
So the thing is, she spent so much of her life feeling invisible that she finally figured out one day that she must be invisible. And you see her going around doing all of these things, thinking she's invisible, like stealing food off of people's tables, um, sitting naked in Central Park, walking through a car wash. And finally, she walks up to Matt Damon in a restaurant and sniffs him. And he pulls back. He's like, "Excuse me?"
Wow.
She's like, "Oh, wait, you could see me?"
That's kind of cute.
The
Weird, but
problem
cute.
is, again, like, I couldn't tell you what the advertisement was for.
Ah!
Like, I think it was for some sort of insurance.
What the
It might
fuck
have been for
insurance?
e-insurance because e-insurance had a bunch of different commercials. Now I'm going to have to look it up. But
Yeah.
it's
Oh
like,
yeah, and that's now they got you.
Yeah.
yeah. So, but the Super Bowl, like, you're paying all of this money for commercials, and people are talking about commercials. But if they don't have the slightest idea what you're advertising, what's the fucking point?
Yeah. Oh, which speaking of which, I found a different one as well. When we do
Oh
know
yeah.
what they're advertising because
Oh,
it's Carnival.
it was a nationwide commercial.
It was a nationwide.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Oh, you mean the Mindy Kaling one was?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow. What
Oh,
the
that's
fuck,
right. Yeah, I actually
nationwide?
remember reading in the article that like, yeah, they said that the dead kids one overshadowed like that one
Yeah.
Wow.
because oh, I couldn't even imagine why.
Gee, I wonder. Oh God.
Yeah, so to get the point of the commercial, I actually had to look up the commercial in which Nationwide actually had to tell me in the first comment what the point of the commercial is, which is in the nation, no one is invisible.
Wow.
Oh, I got it. So you're telling me that you care about me
You care about me so much that you're going to sell me insurance. So
and my
you'll pay me
potentially
with my
dead children.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just
Make sure you have the insurance before you get your kids killed, guys.
Yeah,
That's the name of the game.
they are dropping balls. They're dropping more balls than a basketball game.
The Esurance ones were good though, because they made a very good point in what they were trying to advertise. So that was the Walter White and the Lindsay Lohan commercial, which was Lindsay Lohan, crashes into something outside of his school and is picking up this little kid after school. And he's like, "You're not my mom." And she's like, "But I'm sort of like your mom. I drive this car and I'm this age and blah, the things that make her like this woman." And it was basically saying, we give you insurance rates based on who you are and not just, the group of people that you are most like.
Yeah, which that's a good one.
So it was like it made sense. The Walter White one was Walter White was a pharmacist.
Nice.
And he's like, yeah, I mean, I sell people drugs. I'm sorry, pharmaceuticals. I'm sort of like your pharmacist. And, she's trying to pick up her prescription and he puts a bottle up on the counter and she's like, "This isn't my prescription." He's like, "It's sort of like your prescription." So it was like those were actually good because I understood like what the commercial was trying to communicate, and that's been the problem with pretty much every other commercial we've talked about so far. Was I didn't get like, okay, Budweiser, you knew that was about beer, but that was just bad advertising because it was like hypocritical and insulting people who might want to drink your beer, but sure as fuck don't want to drink it now.
Yeah,
because I know plenty of people who like craft beer who will still drink shitty beer on occasion.
Oh yeah. My dad being one of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll drink shit beer if it's available. It's just fuck though. I'm not going to go out of my way to drink it.
Yeah,
Right.
I've not had any of the shit beers in my life. Usually when I drink beer, it's my beloved lambic.
Ooh, lambic, yeah.
Yes. Oh
I
God.
love a good lambic.
I need
But
I need to get another bottle, but this is not going to be a commercial for lambic. God damn it.
I have to say though, I mean, this is probably going to get me the hipster label, but I actually legitimately enjoy Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh yeah?
And I have
Hipster.
Yeah,
Fuck
I know.
hipster.
Oh, and you want me to just drive the nail in even further? I liked it before it was cool.
Oh.
Oh. But yeah.
Oh God. So there is one other one that I just noticed. I poked around the Hollywood Reporter a little bit to look at some other ones, and how I forgot to put it in the show, I don't know. But the Carnival Cruise commercial on the Super Bowl, which is something I've not seen very much of. Because okay, Carnival Cruise, okay, Super Bowl ad, all right. And it featured a speech by President John F. Kennedy, voicing over images of the sea, igniting an evolution debate when creationists criticized the commercial.
What?
Ah, God damn it.
Yeah, what?
Oh boy.
Oh. In the 1962 speech, he said, "I really don't know why it is that all of us are so committed to the sea, except I think it's because, in addition to the fact that the sea changes and the light changes and ships change, it's because we all came from the sea. And it is an interesting biological fact that all of us have, in our veins, the exact same percentage of salt in our blood that exists in the ocean, and therefore we have salt in our blood, in our sweat, in our tears. We are tied to the ocean, and when we go back to the sea, whether it is to sail or to watch it, we are going back from whence we came." So I can see that, and I'm, like recently, like in the last week, I was down in Panama City for a few things. I managed to stop by the beach for a little bit, and I can kind of see that and feel it too. That's pretty cool. But Ken Ham, yeah, he who got his ass spanked by Bill Nye,
Yes.
though he'll never admit it, I'm pretty sure. He was furious with the ad, expressing his rage on his Around the World blog. He accused Carnival of blatantly using evolution in their advertising and noted how upset he was that our culture is abandoning the truth of God's word.
Right. Okay.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have to. I just was reminded of this. It
A
was a
speech
bit by.
from how many years ago? Like, I guess that's the part that really gets me. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a second. The speech was what, 50 some years ago at this point? Like,
Yeah.
now you're upset about it? Really? Well,
Yeah.
I
alrighty.
just. Yeah. I was just thinking about the how creationists take everything in the Bible literally, and it reminded me of this bit by Robin Williams from like 2002, where he was talking about it's just like, like people, the creationists, they take the Bible so literally. In the beginning, God said, "Let there be light." Couldn't that be a metaphor for the Big Bang? No, God just went click.
Pretty much. Oh. Now I'm gonna try and impersonate his voice here with this one because he did write a couple of things that they pointed out here. He is Australian, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I got the right accent or at least in the ballpark here.
You apologize in advance to everyone in Australia.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Apologies to all the Aussies out there. Okay. Don't you just want to go on one of their cruises so you can stand on the deck of a big cruise ship, look at the sea, and contemplate your accidental beginnings, and perhaps worship the sea because it gave birth to you? And he concluded by limiting, except for the fact that it's a spiritual issue because of our sin, it's mind-boggling to think that intelligent people can actually believe life and the whole universe came about by accident. Ludicrous. Well, I'm willing to bet that you probably came about by accident too.
Whoa.
Well, I'm just like, so it's more believable for intelligent people to think that some
That there's a giant omniscient being
right
that
who was
created
like,
everything, but yet needed no creation itself.
right,
Yeah.
he just existed in the dark by himself.
And then was just like, I got an idea.
And then,
Oh, maybe instead of sitting here in the dark by myself, maybe I will do something with my time.
yeah.
I'm gonna make that star and that star and that star 10 billion stars later. I should do something else.
And that's way more realistic than,
Yeah.
some things ran into each other and stuff happened.
Yeah, that after billions of years, life somehow found a way.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff bounced off each other long enough and ultimately started making sense.
Yeah. And hey, you know what? That's how the universe works. That's how it's supposed to go. And you know what? Even if you're like, if you want to believe, like, say, God set things in motion and step back, okay, fine, whatever. Or if he's guiding all of this stuff, okay, whatever, fine. But look at the facts. See, here's the thing. What you can do with your beliefs, Mr. Ham. Look at the evidence. Don't sit there and dismiss it because your Bible doesn't say it. Well, guess what? The Bible doesn't say men can't wear white shirts. Guess what? I'm wearing a white fucking shirt. So where's your Bible on that one, for one thing? So, I've always thought, if you're going to believe in God and use Him, believe in Him and worship Him and all of that, what makes you think that your God can't be responsible or had a hand behind all of the things that we are proven, in a scientific way? It's like, think of it like this. Okay, God, you say God did this. Well, we use science to figure out how God did this, if you want to look at it that way. Me personally, I don't think God had any kind of hand in it, but hey, different people for different beliefs. I don't know how much of a corner I talked myself into, so we'll. Oh.
No, it's just, yeah, there really is an explanation for just about everything if you look hard enough. I mean, there is a lot of stuff in the world that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, when you break it down, we still have no real idea how gravity works. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can.
It just means that we don't get it yet.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
My mom keeps testing it.
Yeah.
It still works, by the way, but
Yeah, and like, and evolution is honestly more provable than gravity is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has harder science backing it up.
Oh yeah. Oh lordy, 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 lordy. So, yeah, I can't believe I had forgotten that one of my initial ones. But yeah, it's like Ken Ham, dude.
Yeah, Bible also forbids you from eating shellfish and wearing shirts of mixed fabrics. So, yeah, that cotton poly blend you're wearing, you're going to hell for it.
Yeah, just.
oh my god.
Hmm?
So, wait a second. I'm allergic to shellfish. This is just God's way.
You're extra blessed.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm serious. I meant no shellfish.
Looking out for you.
There you
I
go.
like you, Holly. You're coming with me.
Yeah. And hey,
I'm
you
gonna
know
make
what?
sure of it, damn it.
You know what? I'm in a similar boat.
That's what allergies are, people. God's way of telling you.
Yeah, well, that's one way of doing it. I don't have an allergy to it, but I don't eat shellfish because it just, yeah, no thank you. They just repulse me. So
And
I
how
guess
do you
I
live
am,
with yourself?
huh?
And how do you live with yourself?
Very well, actually.
Okay.
Shellfish is delicious. I'm just allergic to it.
Yeah.
Trust me, there have been plenty of times in my life where I've eaten something and been like, shit, I need a Benadryl.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oops.
A friend of mine once made me, this is, now we're like completely off the topic of advertising, but a friend of mine actually once made me crab rangoon for my birthday because she knew that I liked them. And
Ooh.
she used real crab, which she did not
Oh.
know that I was allergic to. Because, you know, most Chinese places don't use real crab and crab rangoon because,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, it's way too expensive for what they want to charge for it.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I started to get short of breath, and I was like, Amy, did you put real crab in this? And she was like, of course I did. And I was like, Amy, I'm allergic to crab.
It's like, oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh no. Uh,
I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
uh, but yeah. Oh.
But it was like, even at MagFest, I was like, I'm in fucking Maryland. I'm eating crab before I go home.
And
Like, Will got to the hotel, I took a Benadryl, and we went and ate crab.
there you go. Oh lordy, I'm also seeing some of the links on the site here. Then I'm like, okay, I know what we're talking about next week. Bear in mind, next week is Valentine's Day week.
Oh
So
yeah.
so yeah, yeah. But those everybody who's seen some of the stuff going around, especially on my Tumblr, you might have an understanding what I would want to talk about next week. But that's next week. We're going back for this week because we've got to finish up this week. Oh,
We're so off topic now.
we are.
Yeah.
We
I
are.
don't know what we were talking about.
Yeah, we were supposed to be on
Advertise.
advertising and ads from the Super Bowl.
Then we started talking about Ken Ham and
Yeah,
Aussies, and then Dow Shellfish.
yeah.
Good.
Oh, shellfish. Okay, that works. So all of this advertising, and we have focused a lot on the television advertising, and like I said, starting out for us content producers, we've got to put our own stuff out there anyway. There are some places that have people that will help advertise for them, whether they're friends, whether they're people that work on the site and that put the word out there, and what have you. You know, one other thing that I did, and it doesn't have to do with the Super Bowl. There was one thing I did bring up. A friend of mine had posted like a news article about Facebook updating their news feeds and all of that stuff for like advertising and all of that, and and I actually went and found the actual Facebook link, and it says an update to newsfeed, what it means for businesses. You can even find it too. Just look for facebook.com/business/news/update Facebook newsfeed. There you go. One of the main reasons people come to Facebook is to see what's happening in their news feeds. Our goal with newsfeed has always been to show people things they want to see. Well, and when people see content that's relevant to them, they're more likely to be engaged with newsfeed, including stories from businesses. Skip down a little bit here. According to people that Facebook has surveyed, there are some consistent traits that make organic posts feel too promotional, such as posts that solely push people to buy a product or install an app, posts that push people to enter promotions and sweepstakes with no real context, or posts that reuse the exact same content from ads. And a couple of the examples they show, like one of them is from Tiger Therapy, where it's talking about a television show. I guess Tiger Therapy is a television show, but they're like talking about the television show and hey, buy our DVD, at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is Bunny Puzzle Cube. You can get where it looks like they have like a promotion going on, and say, hey, boom, do this, and now you have all of this. It looks like just like a Rubik's Cube app or something like that. from what it's looking like based on what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
You know, but now, beginning last month, people are going to see a lot less type of this content in their news feeds. So it's basically just they're cutting down on all of the advertising, and what they see would not be organic stuff. And a lot of people, and I admit I've kind of fenced on both sides of this one. You got the one hand, you got people being like, "Oh my God, they're gonna kill all these small businesses off. How are we gonna get our word out there?" Blah 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 blah. And then, like you said, Holly, when I actually brought it to your attention, it's forcing people to get a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I actually.
And this is perfectly within Facebook's right. It seems kind of shitty, but it's like they don't have to give you free advertising space.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what pages have done for a long time is give free advertising space. But it's why Facebook advertising has become more and more important, and people who understand Facebook advertising has become more important for businesses to find, because there's this big push for your post to go viral or whatever, and that wouldn't have ever happened with a straight up advertising post anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, now if you want people to pay attention to what's going on your page, yeah, you're going to have to be more creative about it.
Yeah. And that's something we all work towards at our own end. Right now, I've kind of just posted things like posts from my site, Gomer Productions. Posts automatically go to the Facebook page, and then they can go on from there. And what I would like to do, and I'm actually going to start looking soon, is like get like a couple of people for PR that would like man the page, the Facebook page, man the Twitter and the Tumblr for the site and everything, and maybe see about putting them out there a little bit more creatively. I know my site's not the only one who's done this recently, but it seems like a good trend. We can try and do something like that. Make it more interesting, because right now it's just kind of dull.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you see it on the Twitter, on Facebook. It's like, yeah, we have this here, and here's the link, and if you're on Facebook, you get like the title card or whatever if somebody put one up or what have you. So it's kind of dull, and I would like to spruce it up, but I don't always have the time, and I'm not the only one posting either. So maybe a couple of PR people, and yes, you can consider this a call out for that as well, if you guys want. Something like that. And I guess that's one way one could get more creative, right?
Yeah. I mean, basically what you just said is hire somebody to be more creative, and yes, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what people are doing, and that's honestly what businesses should be doing.
Yeah, hire somebody to promote their brand and promote their
right.
their
And
image.
there are lots of studies that show that a hard sell, especially through social media, is some of the least effective kind of posting that you can do.
Yeah. So hard sell basically being like spamming everything, like say 2 times an hour type thing. I'm assuming.
No. Like just saying, download this thing, go to this website, where it's just like all I'm doing is telling you to do something.
Okay. So it would be like, for example, I put up my Patreon link and say, go click here and support my stuff. That would be like a hard sell.
Right, because there's no subtlety behind that at all. There's no,
Right, yeah, you
didn't do anything to. Yeah, you didn't do anything to draw them in to do it.
Right.
You just said, go do it.
Yeah. So more better. Yeah, English good. A better way to do it, I guess, would be to put the link and then say, hey, if you like my stuff, go to this link. Read up on the stuff, look at the perks, including like early access or ad space, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Stuff that's actually on the page. And if you like it, consider becoming a patron. I don't know how much of a hard sell that is, unfortunately.
That's still more of a hard sell. I mean, basically, what you want to do to advertise on social media is give people a reason to follow you. Like, be interesting, be funny, and get people to go through more of your stuff because of that, not just be like, well, because otherwise all you're doing is advertising, and at that point, people start to tune that out.
Ah, okay. And see, we're also giving people free advertising advice because I know other producers listen to this too. So, and it's good for me. It's good for everybody else. It's stuff that I need to know. This has been a learning experience this week, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, the best thing, especially producers, and a lot of producers know this and do a very good job of it, but the best thing, content producers on the internet can do is be responsive to their fans.
Right. Yeah,
because that's what draws people in. That's why a lot of times when I'm highlighting what's very good PR and what's very good use of social media for a company is them making jokes with other companies.
Yeah. Okay. And don't mind the scribbling noises. I'm just taking notes. Because I'm always in the position of I can always do better, and I like to, try and get things a little bit better. Because for me, I've said many times, I need, like upgrades and stuff. But in order to get those upgrades, you need the money. In order to get the money, got to get either a day job or enough people to support me on Patreon. And I've got a few, and I'm thankful for the ones I've got. But it's not allowing me to upgrade the way I need to. So by taking this advice and writing it down, maybe I could pull myself up on the totem pole a little bit more.
Right. I mean, for instance, I posted about this maybe a month or so ago that Kit Kat in Australia had a guy comment on their page about being upset that there was a halal marker on the food, which is just saying that it's okay for Muslim people to eat, which of course it is because it's a fucking chocolate bar. Yeah. Like, there's nothing about a chocolate bar that would not be halal. So, but he is apparently not a very bright individual and had written hula.
Oops.
So whoever runs their Facebook account had put an image of a Kit Kat bar in a hula skirt and lay. And it was brilliant advertising because I saw this and I went and I liked the page, and you know what? If I lived in Australia, I would have gone and bought a Kit Kat.
There you go. I would too.
Because I recognize that my contribution buying a Kit Kat in the U.S. doesn't necessarily help them out, but it was just that's they didn't tell me to go out and buy a Kit Kat. They didn't say like our page. They made something creative that drew me in.
So there we go. That's good. Like hell, like Denny's. Have you seen Denny's Tumblr?
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
They have a Tumblr?
Yes, they do,
yeah.
And it is magical.
It is kind of frightening, actually.
It's Denny's. I imagine that it's frightening.
I don't quite know how to feel about it, but it is certainly they're using social media. They're very, very active in the social media world.
Yeah.
I still think my favorite one was the flap hack one, where they just guy just throws down a pancake and then just throws a mouse down on top of it. There.
There you go. Oh lordy, but yeah. Well, to be fair, I would eat at Denny's anyway. I'm one of those weird people that actually likes Denny's, but
it's there.
Yeah.
It's there and it's usually open. That's what I can say about Denny's.
Oh yes, and they're all over in truck stops too, which is great. Yay! Oh, so with that bit of advice and everything, do we have any closing thoughts on advertising in general before we head out of here?
I would just like to see better use of advertising in the Super Bowl. It's become such a huge thing that some people only watch the Super Bowl for the commercials. And it's great, that's great advertising, and companies are shelling out huge amounts of money for it, but it's huge amounts of money that's not really effective.
Yeah. I mean, people remember, hey,
great, now people are talking about Nationwide. Most people don't realize that wasn't an ad for insurance, that it was an ad to go to their website and download their app to make your house safer for children.
Yeah, that fell flat. It's I see it down there. It's on its face.
People didn't know the like a girl ad was for feminine hygiene products. So men are getting all pissed off.
Yeah.
Because Always did not include a male hygiene product.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want things that we want cotton things we can stick up our ass.
Now
that doesn't
from
go up your
Always, the cum rag.
ass. Oh God!
You don't have to use your socks anymore, boys.
Yay!
Oh, God.
Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. So yeah. So with that, Gonzo, unless you got something to add here.
No, I don't think I got anything. I think I'm good with that one.
Yeah. So in essence, in the end, advertising, we all can do better. God damn it, nationwide. Fuck you, Kinham.
Ugh.
Meninists, go and cry yourselves into your fedoras and stop wearing them. You're making people like me and Lewis Lovehog look bad. All that good stuff.
And Scientology.
And
Still weird.
Scientology. Yeah, it's a thing.
Still a thing.
So yes, with that, we are gonna get out of here for this week. Hopefully, now things are calming down. Hopefully, we can work out a more reliable recording schedule. I hope. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, don't count on it.
Yeah. And then watch me actually get a call after the show and be like, "Oh, hey, yeah, we're hiring you for this trucking company. You're gonna be off 2 weeks at a time." Oh. which I do have plans to overcome that if it comes to that. So anyway, if we wanted to find Gonzo Link on the social media, where could we find him?
You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and Tumblr at GonzoLink. I also have a podcast that I do with Zenith Will Rule. It's called Focus on the Frames. It's a podcast about movies. And I also do some voice acting here and there. I'm in the Gotham High audio drama as Bruce Wayne, and I'm also part of Team Brotherhood's abridged series of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Sweet. And if we wanted to find Holly, where could we find her? I tripped.
You can find me all over social media as GookieGox, GOOKYGOX. You can find my Facebook fan page, Holly Christine Brown. And you can find me over at Nerdvice.
Sweet. As for me, you can find me on the social medias at Gomer21XX. I actually do have my own Facebook fan page of Gomer the Ranting Thespian. Go check it out. Got all the latest stuff up in there. I'm also on Nerdvice, also on rtgomer.com for all my other stuff, the Let's Plays and the other shows that I do, Thespian Talk and the Port Charlie Podcast. Go and check them out. Of course, all the shows are on iTunes as well. Yay! So if you're listening on iTunes, hello! Thank you for subscribing and all of that good stuff. But I think that is it for me. So we're going to get on out of here. Thank you guys.
Let me just say, though, real quick, Gomer's girlfriend Becky also does awesome animations. I got one done for Focus on the Frames, and I still haven't used it yet because we haven't done the third episode, but it will appear on the third episode whenever that happens.
Yes. She actually showed me a preview of that, and yeah, it's damn good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, yes. So, yes, go and definitely hit her Patreon, which is going to be in the bumper, in the post-show bumper, which will be coming up right after we sign off of here. So, again, thank you guys for listening, and we will catch you next time. And until then, this is Gomer, the Ranting Thespian, with Holly Christine and Gonzo Link, signing off.
Bye.
See you.
Constructive Deconstruction is an RT Gomer Productions presentation. Our show's theme is Exhilirate by Kevin MacLeod. Find out more at incompetech.com. If you like this show and want to help support future episodes, head over to patreon.com/Gomer21XX. For a contribution as little as $1 per production, you can get early access to all future productions, as well as monthly patron-only vlogs and announcements. Our show's artwork was produced by the talented Becky Hopkins, who can be commissioned by going to patreon.com/BeckyHop. Check us out on iTunes or visit rtgomer.com for more great shows.